get us kicked off?
Yeah, I'll start recording right now. Afternoon, morning, night, wherever you are, welcome, welcome. Today is a AMA that we are doing with our newest chain deployment, ThunderCore. Today in the house we have Uncleshu and Roger here to talk to us. So I guess without further ado, if you'd like to introduce yourself, guys, feel free.
Hello, guys. I'm Roger. I'm from ThunderCore, and I'm the CEO of ThunderCore. Yeah, I'm close to.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm Uncle Drew, aka Gunter, and I'm from ThunderCore. I'm currently the head of product and mainly help Sushi Squad to come to ThunderCore and bring everything together to you guys. Yeah.
Cool, short and sweet. Well, without further ado, I suppose we should start, getting into what we had for our agenda today. Um,
Awesome. Cool. I'll get us kicked off as moderating here. For those of you who have not heard me ramble up here before, my name is Sous Chef or Alex. I'm head of BD here at Sushi. So, alongside Zappa, our illustrious head of community, we are, on a regular basis, always bringing up our partners and some of our newest integrations to chat with the community and kind of share some of the things that we're all excited about and thinking about. We recently, as of I want to say last week, launched on ThunderCore. So if you haven't been on the new Sushi UI in the last week or so, please go check that out. You can start swapping and LPing on ThunderCore with pretty much all of our latest and greatest product updates. And yeah, we're super excited to have them here. We've been this is a partnership a long time in the making, but we're really excited to be able to kind of, close it out, get it, finally integrated into Sushi. And we're really excited to have Roger and Uncleshu here to kind of talk about ThunderCore and, what the future is with Sushi. So I guess to get us kicked off, could both of you guys maybe just give a background about ThunderCore? Why did you guys start it? What was kind of the the problem you were trying to solve, and what's really unique about ThunderCore in your eyes?
Okay, thank you. And we are also very excited and pleased to have Sushi to onboarding from the core ecosystem to provide your product suite to our users. Yeah, and ThunderCore is a layer one blockchain which delivers ultra fast performance with 4,000 plus TPS and subsequent confirmation times, and the cost-effective scalability for thousands of crypto projects. And our POS architecture and strong developer support, we believe that provides a better test home for the next generation of crypto builders to create their products and letters on our blockchain. ThunderCore was founded in back to the 2017, and our mainnet has launched since 2019. And ThunderCore, up to today, we have an international user base that spans over 100 countries. And with the fast block produce speed, and we already have 133 million block height on its network. And the growing ThunderCore ecosystem is powered by the native token, we call it Thunder token. And we have a custodial wallet called TT Wallet. And the TT Wallet plays an important role in our ecosystem, and which is an innovative product. And we want, in the back days, we want to provide an easy to access to the wallet to the users. And with the building ecosystem, the TT Wallet successfully attract and retain a lot of the user base, and enabling the ThunderCore to maintain the position among the top 5 in the terms of DAU on the dev radar, the blockchain industry chart. So our user-centric approach has also positioned ThunderCore as an attractive platform for our Web3 projects. Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Amazing. Awesome. And one of the things that I think has been really interesting with your guys' chain is, the proof of stake, as well as, the high TPS kind of allows it to, be separate from some of the other chains that we've integrated with in the past. And because you guys have some of the different wallet mechanisms and things like that, it definitely feels like there is slightly different or differentiated purpose that ThunderCore has, as well as it feels like almost a different mission. How would you guys kind of describe what is the biggest use case that you see ThunderCore solving for? Where does it sit within the ecosystem, and how does that kind of like separate you guys from say one of the other layer 2s that exist out there?
Okay. Sorry. ThunderCore has gained widespread recognition for our focus on Web3 games, and we have attracted a diverse user base over the past 4 years. And the TT wallet, the wallet I just mentioned, and it serves as an accessible gateway for users to easily enter our ecosystem and explore the world of blockchain technology on the ThunderCore ecosystem. And the key of the TT wallet is to offer a seamless wallet creation process, and users can just use his single sign-on to create an account without the need to remember all the phrases of the private keys. So this extremely user-friendly approach, and it successfully achieved the mass adoption and to acquire a lot of users. And in the beginning of the ThunderCore, the early stage, and we also have we are also one of the earliest the blockchain which is in event compatible, while the event compatible is not yet the standard in the 2019. So it also benefits us from users can just use MetaMask to connect to ThunderCore as well. So we have our the advantage to attract the new users, and which is not familiar to crypto, and also the experienced users from Instagram. So yeah, and combine both of this approach, and we have gained the user base and position us in the one of the top DAU blockchains until now. And yeah, and in the wake of the market volatility that the crypto industry, and we are figuring out the long-term sustainability of our ecosystem. So one of the significant factors like enhance the liquidity and the confidence from the investors, and the token value is we need to position the value in fostering a healthy blockchain ecosystem. And so after we have grown a solid user base in the past few years, and beginning from this year, we made a strategic pivot toward growing our TVL. So to achieve this goal, and ThunderCore have been actively see all the DeFi partners and who shared a common vision and aligned the objectives with us. And luckily that we have connected with Sushi, and so we have made a collaboration and bring the Sushi onboarding our ThunderCore ecosystem. And we believe this partnership will be a great help to grow the TVL on the ThunderCore ecosystem. And the last to your question, the topic is that I believe that nowadays there are already a lot of blockchains who can they are fast and cheap as a gas fee. But one of our key advantage is that our confirmation time is also super fast. You also need to wait one block for the confirmation, and we produce 1 block per second. So the confirmation time is only 1 second, which is actually shorter than still a lot of the event compatible chains. So the super fast confirmation time, and it makes ThunderCore extremely suitable for the devs which require the fast response time, or some actions need to be in the real time response. Yeah. So I think this is one of our key advantage that's suitable for the high volume or the fast response application usage. Yeah.
Hey Roger, how you doing?
Hey, hi. It's good, thank you.
Yeah, nice to chat.
Yeah.
Nice to chat. Jared here. I jumped in because, yeah, sorry, my schedule's a little conflicted, but I wanted to ask you, as you're talking about the technological benefits and some of the DAU metrics that you guys mentioned, right, with ThunderCore, and one of the reasons we aligned so well, I think, is that we want to work directly with solutions providers and blockchain builders like yourselves to help bridge in, obviously, more users to our ecosystem, but allow partners like yourself to leverage Sushi and its reach, right, its daily active users, to leverage your ecosystem as well. And it got me thinking when you were mentioning about the technology of ThunderCore, what you're most excited about using from your blockchain infrastructure to help leverage growth within your ecosystem. Like, which products above and beyond your wallet are you most excited about, or maybe some features within your wallet that Sushi users would find a lot of value in?
Yeah, I think I can help with answer this question. It's like Roger just mentioned, we are very early EVM compatible chain, and we have our own unit product called TT Wallet. Is where the magic happen. Every user, most of our user on top of our blockchain are actually experience our dev experience. Even Sushi Swap now is also our default swap dev on top of our wallet. So yeah, overall, I think our ecosystem in terms of the uniqueness, I will say TT Wallet will definitely be one of the key points. Imagine that user either is Web 2 user or Web 3 user, they can easily jump into a blockchain wallet, and they can explore whatever blockchain experience ranging from gaming, DeFi, or even NFT, and they can experience everything together within this one single wallet. And the reason behind why we think adding Sushi Swap into this wallet will be definitely a big help, because user will experience the most frontier swapping experience, LP experience, and even the feature you guys are putting together in the future. So yeah, the feature we built into or inside this TT wallet will help newbie, help our old user, help our, we want to track more Web3 user from other chain, from other protocol. That will be a home for all of them, and they can find the best feature they want to find. And that's the reason and metric behind why we have so many users, so many activity over there. So yeah, I think that's the overall why we have achieved this result, and why we can still standing until today right now.
Yeah, appreciate that. What maybe maybe you guys have some upcoming product development, whether it's features or services within the wallet, that some alpha that you could drop for the sushi community, or maybe something you're excited about specifically, that you have
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
in the
yeah.
pipeline.
Definitely. Some alpha for sushi team is like one thing we are planning right now is related to LSD, I guess, and this thing will be highly related to sushi, even the product itself, because you think about like LSD five, right? In Ethereum, the total TVL, the volume, the application related to that is really huge. And of course, we will build something very unique inside ThunderCore, even the blockchain or our own wallet. And I can share the information with you guys is that until the things come, it will definitely have something to do with Sushi Swap. And I bet everyone should very looking forward to it and waiting for good news later on.
Awesome. Appreciate that. So you mentioned LSD. So you guys are looking to expand into the LSD market, or you have some specific functionality or like exciting UX for people to participate within the TT wallet in the LSD vertical, or?
Yeah, you definitely asked the right question. So what we are solving right now is that imagine asking even the Web3 user or even inside the sushi community, I bet most of the users do not understand or even haven't tried what is LSD yet. So that will be a chance or also let's say a problem for the user. It's very hard to get in, very hard to understand, very hard to earn the reward that user may or should get. So yeah, we're trying to solve this problem and make everything simple as possible. At the meantime, user can just like using Sushi Swap UI, very easy, very straightforward, and they can get what we want them to get. Let's say the reward, and yeah, that is pretty much the whole story behind it and the problem we're trying to solve.
Got it. What? Let me ask you, I guess, kind of just like individually, what you think needs to be improved in the LSD market in terms of like, UX for a ThunderCore wallet user or a TT wallet user that may be using Sushi and hasn't had exposure to an LSD product, right? Like Lido or something like that. Yeah, how are we optimizing that experience in the TT wallet? Why would someone at Sushi be prompted to download the TT wallet and experience a better, LSD product experience?
Yeah, I can give you some points that we are thinking or solving right now. Is first, in terms of the transaction fee, definitely will be super fast and cheaper compared to, let's say, one Ethereum, right? So that would be the first thing. And we also will trying to transfer those Ethereum related LSD into or inside our network. That's for sure. And the second part will be the experience. Imagine that you have to learn about what is the Lido, what is the rebates, how can user understand their reward system. It's very difficult. So we will use our wallet, our user experience, our UX, our UI display to help them understand. And last thing probably will be most related to Sushi is how can user using swap to get those LSD and OpenTT wallet to get all the information or guide they need to know, or even further like how can they use as LSD LP to earn the extra reward or extra trading fee on top of that. So we were trying to get all these things, all these problems solving together and put into our wallet to let everyone to experience the most smooth LSD experience and get the extra reward as much as they can.
Got it. So like a heavy focus on leveraging the ThunderCore network and its low fees and fast block time to get a better UX into the wallet for verticals like LSD. Anything else other than LSD that you guys have coming in the pipeline that would be an exciting improvement on UX for someone, and prompt someone to use ThunderCore or the TT wallet?
Yeah, I think something will be really related to it is that we are also exploring how can we help our project to onboard Sushi SWOT. So imagine that I believe some alpha probably from Sushi team is that your V3 pool farming is coming soon, and we are planning events and features help user our native project to go together using Sushi SWOT to create more deep liquidity, better SWOT experience, or even very unique and speedy V3 farming experience. So I think those things together will be pretty unique and very straightforward for our ecosystem, either the developer or even the users.
Yeah, making V3 easy to use is a challenge, huh? I think,
Yeah, indeed.
I think if all of those types of, the focus on improving the user experience just across the entire crypto industry, I think is a challenge for every team, right? Whether it's the ThunderCore team or the Sushi team or the Lido team or whomever, right? So like, I always appreciate teams that are focused on not just the technology side of things and having faster transaction times or what have you, right? But that are focused on how do we make this technology more presentable and easier to use so that people, are able to take their kind of typical user experience from like logging into Facebook or logging into Gmail or whatever, right? Whatever kind of standardized process that everyone's so used to, and getting that same experience translated into a Web3 product, like the TT wallet. So yeah, it's always great for me, at least, to hear that teams are focused on that and think that it's a lot of value for their users, because I think that it's likely the barrier to entry for adoption for quite a lot of protocols and solutions in the space. Is there a public roadmap or some kind of resource where people could follow along with ThunderCore's ongoing development, whether it's product or blockchain?
Yeah, I think you guys can follow our Twitter, our Telegram announcement, because we will regularly update our roadmap, our next step, or even some great exciting collaboration like Sushi SWOT in the near future. So yeah, guys, just go ahead over there and you can know us better and get the latest update from it.
Cool stuff, guys. Thank you for coming on up and ooh, someone's at the front door. Anyway, I think you guys chipped in a few of the other questions that I had on the list, but I think we're still good. I want to know what types of like other services or like apps right now are like on ThunderCore. How many other DEXs are there?
Yeah. So overall, firstly, I think to share with you guys is like Roger mentioned, we are already running our blockchain for almost 4 years, right? So at the very beginning, we are more focusing on Web3 games. We have on board and even built a lot of Web3 mobile game. It's based on website, so user can jump into our TT wallet and play around with our blockchain game. So we are kind of very early adopter in this area, and like I said, also a reason behind it in last year we are more focusing on how to bring mobile entertainment in blockchain to our user to invite developer come join us to focus on it. And we also built our ThunderGene, which is a API tool. So imagine that when we talk to a Web2 company, they can use API to generate tokens, generate NFT, or even use our ThunderGene API to do airdropping their NFT, their token to their users. So we are building a lot of these things and invite a lot of different projects to try the new things and help the adoption max adoption we just mentioned. And back to your question, specifically focusing on the DEX or so-called DeFi. Overall, we have almost like 10 different projects ranging from DEX, lending, and several different niche focus of different projects. And the reason behind we think SushiSwap is a great fit is that not only SushiSwap is very notable and very well known in this industry, but also provide the latest and always update you guys the feature, the product itself. So after a lot of research, discussion, and even have some conversation with Sushi team, we decide to cooperate with you guys and invite Sushi to onboard ThunderCore as our primary, or default setting swap the DApp for ThunderCore and also our TD wallet. Yeah, so it's basically to wrap up. It's like we try or also invite a lot of different blockchain applications, so you can actually search, find, experience, explore a lot of different things on top of ThunderCore or inside our TT wallet. So I encourage you guys to download it and play around with it and give us any feedback you want. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. My fourth question, you guys have been going over a little bit, but it was about how Sushi as protocol appeals to you particularly, and like basically where our partnership.
Yeah,
You guys have been.
Yeah. I think apart from the product or feature side, I think what makes us very similar is we are a product or protocol that lasts for a couple of years, and we face a same challenging, and we also facing a phase that we're trying to find a new business model or trying to do some transformation, even product side feature or even tokenomics. So that makes us a lot of the same situation and creates a lot of synergy over there when the first conversation started. And to begin with is that last year we did a lot of internal research about DEX, swap in this type of area, and we realized that Sushi is one of the team that very eager to explain multi-chain, unlike a lot of DeFi or a lot of DEX. They are only focusing on one or even several single chain that to create their own ecosystem, but they are not considered to go beyond and create more synergy to different chain, different ecosystem. And besides that, after some conversation with Sushi team, we come up with a very innovative or very latest cooperation detail is that we have revenue sharing model to incentivize user, to incentivize LP. And we believe this model will definitely help both our party, both our ecosystem to grow stronger and to last longer, because this give us more room, more space to distribute the reward, to allocate into a better usage and help our ecosystem to grow and become more sustainable. And for the detail, I will say you guys can think about that. Whatever the fee will be generated from the trading volume, both party, we will buy back our own native token. Sushi will buy back their Sushi. ThunderCore will buy back our TT as a reward, and a lot of part will be distributed to our LP with we will try which LP will be most efficient, contribute to our activity, and they can have a boost to their APY for those party, those LP. And we believe this initiative will be a very good try for both us, ecosystem. And yeah, I think this is a very new ideas that happen between a dApp and between a blockchain, and we believe this will help us to go beyond, go further, and try multiple new things in the future. And yeah, last thing I will say, we are very eager and looking forward that Sushi is very eager to expand the XWAT, and because we believe in the future, like Jay just mentioned, user experience is the key. But when you look at the current cross-chain SWAT or bridge services, is really hard for native user or even a newbie to understand what's going on. So overall, I will say I'm very looking forward to the XWAT and also ThunderCore included. We are very looking forward to be part of it as one of the 10 to be integrated. Yeah, so I think we really want to bring the best product, best feature, and the best user experience to our both community. And I think everyone should very looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it would be nice if, yeah, like with X swaps, I think like a very quick, powerful chain, would be great, because even like Polygon can take like 30, 45 minutes at the very least for the bridge. So that's cool, man. I guess I'd like to know more about the technical aspects. You guys have been going over it a little bit, but like if you could like color me any more details that you have as far as like scalability, like transaction capacity, the consensus algorithm, stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Okay. The consensus protocol of ThunderCore, we call it PALA. And PALA is an optimized version of the classic Byzantine fault tolerance, the triangle. And our PALA consensus protocol was invented by our co-founders, and who are the Cornell University professors, and named Yidan Shi and Raphael Paz. And the PALA actually are their academical, the papers they published. And the special part of this consensus protocol is that the design of it is to achieve the low latency and the high throughput in the partially synchronized network settings. And it also allows the block producers and to switch seamlessly with no delay in normal operations. So what I just mentioned is the partially synchronized network settings, because in the real world, the network, and we cannot guarantee all the network and the node always function well. So actually, that's the challenges of the Byzantine fault tolerance problem. So the design of the PALA and allowing that when there is a network partition happens, or some of the nodes drop out or back out, so the protocol will switch the purpose with a little delay and less than 6 seconds to keep the liveness of the blockchain, as long as there are at least one honest purposer in the network and 2 or 3 the voters in a single partition. So as long as the condition is satisfied and all the honest nodes can maintain the consistency, and no matter how the network is partitioned and graph. So the design offers a few advantages that it enables the throughput, the high throughput and the low latency, and that ThunderCore to handle a large number of transactions. And while when we maintain the phase confirmation time, I just mentioned that our confirmation time is 1 second. So the scalability is crucial to support a wide range of different decentralized applications and use cases. And it also ensures the security and the integrity of the ThunderCore network. So yeah, that's the short introduction to the product.
Okay, that's interesting. What about the tokenomics and mechanics for the TT token particularly? So like how do those like contribute to like the security of the platform and the overall ecosystem and all that?
Okay. In last year, we just had a hard fork, and we published a new tokenomic, and in that year, and we call it ThunderCore 2.0. And ThunderCore 2.0 brings a significant improvement to our tokenomic. So one of the key feature we include in this hard fork is that we publish an officially POS staking service, and we allow the TT holders among the whole ecosystem to participate the staking and dedicate their tokens and to the validators and to helping to secure the network. And they can also earn the block rewards generated by each block and by staking their TT. So it encourage the TT holders to contribute to the consensus protocol, and it also increase the security of the POS network. Okay. And furthermore, in the hard fork, we also follow up the steps of Ethereum, and we integrated the EIP 1559, and which divide the composition of the gas fee into the two parts, the base fee and the tip fees. And so just like what it has done in the Ethereum, and part of the gas fee will be burned. Yeah. So along with the growth of the ecosystem and the increase of the transaction balance and the transaction amounts, and the burn gas fee will increase alongside. So like everyone know that Ethereum already achieved a deflation speed in the layer ecosystem. So their tokenomic. So it's also our goal to bring to the ThunderCore ecosystem with the mass adoption and lots of the transaction produced every day. So the burn TT from the EIP 1559 will increase a lot. Yeah. And Uncleshu, how about you can introduce some different part with our POS? Yeah.
Sure. So like we just mentioned LSD, right? So you can think about us as we are also one of the POS consensus blockchain as well. So we actually have or you can think about we actually build our own Lido things of staking services. So we call it ThunderCore POS staking. So you can imagine like a user can experience staking their TT through this very easy and user-friendly application. And what they can get is a VETT token, and it represents the reward, represent the amount at stake, and even in the future we will bring more governance vote into this. So overall, we believe we were trying to combine the blockchain consensus and the DeFi governments, everything together into this new innovative product. And in the future, you can think about like we just mentioned the LSD5. VETT will definitely be a core of what we're trying to build later on, and we hope that the holder they can use this token, use this as a representative to many DeFi protocol like Sushi or our lending protocol called RAN, which is one of the biggest lending protocol on top of our blockchain. So overall, you can think about that. We're trying to provide more reward, or even we're willing to give more reward for those users who are helping our consensus, making our security getting better and better. And those who participate in our consensus, our POS staking, and even provide those tokens into Sushi SWAT LP, they will definitely get the reward. So, some alpha for you guys. And lastly will be, we believe by combining LSD with Sushi Swap will be a key differentiator or be a key long-term sustainability or ecosystem to our user, to our developer as a whole, as an ecosystem. And that is basically what we're trying to do with our token, with our blockchain, and everything together, bring into a DeFi world. Yeah, so that's overall what I'm trying to say more.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. Guess Jared asked a little bit, but as far as like future plans and the developments you're talking about, how does ThunderCore plan to like continue differentiating itself, in the market?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I just mentioned, I think the scalability and the performance regarding the transaction and the TPS and also the confirmation time, and they always set us apart from the other chains. And so since we can offer the fast and efficient transaction processing, and so we believe that could also benefit in both developer side and the user experience side. And for developers, since we are also the EVM compatible chains, and so we detect the partners from the Ethereum or other EVM compatible chains, and which sometimes they struggle by the gas fee or by the chain speed. And we also have our development programs and to help them onboarding to our ecosystem and also help them to grow. And so as for the second part for the user experience, and just like Gerald said, that improving the user experience is the topic of the whole crypto industry. Yeah, so we are also part of it, and we believe that not only the easy use of the TT wallet and also the high speed of the ThunderCore network, and they can both benefit the user experience. And so one of the major goal of ThunderCore is to being the part of the mass adoption of the crypto industry. So yeah, I believe we are also the great help and to achieve the mass adoption in the next era. Yeah. So Uncleshu, you can share some of the plan of the product wise. Yeah.
For more ecosystem or product oriented detail, I will say because we talked about AOSP quite a while, so I'm moving on to another key important topic. I will say is new collaboration type of integration with let's say bridges or even more different depth, because of course we want to thank Sushi SWAT team to prime our revenue sharing model with us, and we believe this will be a key things that we will and definitely trying to moving on and expand this idea with multiple party in the future, because we believe like Sushi Squad already experienced like you know um, how to distribute reward is a very good or very hard question for the project to figure it out. And how can we be long-term sustainability? And that is the key question, right? So overall, what we are trying to do is we will provide more similar user experience in, let's say, Dash, let's say, bridges, or even more blockchain game. That is the key. And the second different aspect is that how can we benefit or collaborate with them with something like revenue sharing model. And with that said, is we trying to build an ecosystem is vibrant, and the fee, the funds can moving around, and we have the right or we have the obligation to allocate a better resources at a better position that will help the developer, that will help the user, or incentivize more user to join. And yeah, that is basically the key aspect we are thinking right now, and also having a lot of conversation with different projects that which is undergoing. So overall, I will say I'm very keen for the development side of our ecosystem, and we're also trying a very new ideas, new initiative with this upcoming project. And yeah, I personally am very looking forward to it. And furthermore, I will quickly mention a bit more about the LSD. So you can think about what we just mentioned, and overall, what we are trying to provide user is like a best experience to let users understand what is LSD. B, they can find most of the LSD token or even usage into wallet on ThunderCore, and C is like how can we combine this together and differentiate ourselves from others. So yeah, that is basically the three big idea or experience we're trying to deliver to our users. So yeah, to sum up, it's like the ecosystem we will make it more vibrant. A lot of new product, new projects coming out, and we're trying to do a new way with them, like Sushi Squad did with us. And B is like we trying heavily provide or create a LSD-fi LSD market experience to our users. So I think overall you guys can very excited to wait our good news and what we're trying to deliver later on.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent, man.
Amazing.
I know your favorite question to ask, Alex. Is the last one on the list here.
Well, okay, this is one of my favorite ones. But, obviously there's a lot of things up in the air from, both the US regulatory side of things. There's sustainability concerns, regulatory compliance. Our space moves very fast. So I guess this might be a two-part question. How is ThunderCore currently viewing like regulatory compliance and sustainability and things like that? And then the part two is, let's say we're sitting here 5 years from now, what has happened? What are the things that you are, looking forward to or expecting to happen? Obviously, none of this is financial advice for those of you listening, but curious, where's the ThunderCore team's head at?
Okay. Okay, I will divide the question into the two parts. One is the sustainability and the regularity compliance. And yeah, ThunderCore serves as a fundamental blockchain infrastructure, and one of our core mission is to facilitate the decentralized and the mass adoption. And to achieve the goal, we we actively seek partnerships to collaborate and drive innovation with different projects. And prime example is that our revenue sharing model with Sushi. And the revenue model we just introduced a little bit, just a little bit ago, and that will help us channel back our the revenue generated by the pool and back into the ecosystem and to boost the APR and to improve and to get more TVL. So it will produce a positive cycle into the ecosystem. Yeah. So by ensuring this, the benefit flow back to users, and we incentive the participants and encourage their greater engagement within the whole the ecosystem. So, and as for the regularity compliance, I believe that most of the issues recently and come from a lot of to the exchanges, and the second is to the tokens or the stakings. Yeah. So because basically serving as infrastructure or the blockchain technology itself doesn't have any regularity issues or risks. Yeah, but sure, we have some token, and we also provide some product features like POS staking. So in terms of this, we need to be very proactive to select and partner with the exchanges which has the good reputation and is also emphasize the compliance. So one good example is that the biggest exchanges we have partnered since the 2019 until now is Upbit. And Upbit is the top exchange in the Korean market. And as many of you already know that Korean has a very strict the regularity and the compliance for the crypto industry. So 2 years ago, they even adopt the travel rule and restrict all the Korean users need to follow a very strict regularity requirements. So in that time, we also proactively to cooperate with the Upbit, the exchange, and to make the Thunder token and the ThunderCore itself and match all the requirements that the Korean government asks for. Yeah, so because the exchanges in different regions, they may have different requirements from different governments. So one of our key tasks is we need to make sure we are satisfy all the requirements from the governments to all the exchanges we have partnered with. Yeah, so I think that's the basically how we handle and emphasize the potential regularity risk into our token. Yeah.
All right, that was pretty much all the questions that we had like drafted. Usually I like leaving a little bit of open room at the end. You know, anybody in the audience that would have any questions to ask, if they'd like to come up, feel free to raise your hand if you'd like. I saw a few in the text questions. The first one was whether or not Bento Box would be deployed to ThunderCore, which I do believe the answer is yes. It is not there yet, but Bento and Furo is due to be deployed in the future. Besides that, there was questions about the Sushi token. There is a live Sushi token deployment. There's really not any liquidity for it. And like typically, like historically, when a new chain goes up, we give out the Sushi as like farming rewards, and then it's kind of expected to, for the liquidity to be provided back from the farmers. So I imagine that's the case here as well. Yeah, there will be farming pools for liquidity.
Yep.
Totally. V3 is going to be huge. And the bot's
Yeah, we
not
are, without relaying too much alpha, we are I think we are in the midst of redeveloping a lot of our farming contracts. And then once that is done in the next few weeks, and we're going to do that, like kind of push that out chain by chain. Once that's done, that's when we're going to have rewards and everything like that live on ThunderCore. For those of you who haven't seen yet, we are doing a trading competition though.
Yeah, and that is something that we are about to basically. That's the alpha for today. That's what we're dropping. I don't see really any more questions. S Cavalier, about dev contributions. I don't know about open positions, but I know that the GitHub is like open source, and anybody's always welcome to go in there and like, put up a pull request or, like do anything there. I'm sure that, you know, the exposure will like get your foot in the door. But yeah, I don't have anything that I can really tell you besides that, unfortunately. Yeah, Alex, if you'd like to basically drop the alpha, it's all you.
Awesome. Cool. Well, so for those of you in here, we are going to be launching a sushi in ThunderCore trading competition. I think this goes live next week, I believe, on Monday. We are going to pretty much have a prize pool for more than $5,000. So if you buy or sell, pretty much, or trade any of the TT pairs via Sushi Swap during the competition period, that we will be giving rebates in terms of prizes in the sushi token, as well as I think sushi tokens and ThunderCore tokens as well. I think we're doing both. Whoever, basically, if you trade or swap equivalent of $100 or more, you'll be eligible to participate in a kind of like a sweepstakes for 1,000 ThunderCore tokens, 1,000 TT tokens. So we'll have about 10 winners from there. Higher trading volume, higher chance to win. Stay tuned for all the details on the blog. And then, I guess outside of that, for those of you, this is now we've had a handful of people reach out recently about contributing from a development standpoint, BD standpoint, marketing standpoint. We're always looking for people to help out, even if we don't have an official job posting. So feel free to reach out, shoot over resumes. We do have a channel in the community here, volunteer here. I think it's called volunteer here. Yes, volunteer here under the community tab. We occasionally are revealing that, for not just engineering, but for pretty much all things, BD and marketing, things like that. If people want to help out, we're always open to that. So, I guess with those two announcements, not sure if there's anything else we wanted to add, Zap, or any closing statements, Roger or Uncleshu, if you guys wanted to add anything before we close out here.
Yeah, we had a Twitter post up for the sushi part. The TT tokens are like a separate thing, I believe.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're very right.
I went ahead and I put that there in the AMA stage chat thing. Yeah, but we'll put up a blog post that will further go in depth about that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think for those who are listening to this, and man, I just some alpha time is like you guys can follow our Twitter, and we have a lot of new things coming with Sushi team. and yeah, it's coming pretty soon. And I think you guys should really get excited. Lots of reward, lots of new feature, lots of new things are coming for us. And yeah, stay tuned.
All right. Well, thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you,
Well,
Roger.
thanks
Thank you,
everyone
Uncle
for
Shu.
joining.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
guys.
That was wonderful. All right.
Okay.
If there was any other questions, ML had a question. He was curious, how was the deployment experience of deploying Sushi on Thunder? You know, I gotta say one thing. You guys have been probably the most active Telegram chat I've seen out of everybody, as far as like all the chains. Like,
Definitely up there.
yeah, for sure. Like, so you know, you guys doing great work for sure. I've been lurking in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you had any more remarks as far as that goes, but I think we can go ahead and wrap it up here essentially. We're over an hour of good content. I got Craigbot recording it. I recorded on OBS. Yeah, we'll get it up on Spotify, YouTube, and it can be
Great.
watched later by anybody.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool.
Well, thanks all for joining.
Yeah, thank you for coming in, watching, listening, talking, everybody. You're all great. And I'm not even just saying that, you know, to say it. For sure. I appreciate everybody's time.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate.
Hey, guys.
All right.
All right, thanks y'all.
See you guys around. Yeah.
See
Thank
ya.
you. Bye-bye.
And
Bye bye.
Yeah. Recording is done. Well, all right, everyone. I hope you have a good day. If you have any questions, feel free to open a ticket at the top of the Discord channels. Me or Genghis Goose can get to helping you out. And I guess that's really all I got for today. So thank you again, and bye.